Okay, so the second way of being able to write this equation for the circle is if they'll give you the center and they'll give you a point on the circle. So if they do that, then we have to find the radius. So the radius is part of our equation. So we definitely have to know the radius in order to write the equation. But if they give us the center and any point on the circle, like that distance, the distance between the center and any point on the circle is actually the radius, right? So if we use these 2 points in the distance formula, that will actually give us the value of our radius. So I've already filled in the distance formula here. Distance formula is the square root of x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. If we're given 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2, y2. So looking at example 1 here, write the equation of the circle with the center at 12,6 and containing the point 9,7. Well, these are our 2 points. So I'm going to label one of these as x1, y1. And this one is x2, y2. And then I'm going to plug these numbers into my distance formula. And again, the distance formula will essentially give us the radius. So I'm just going to skip a step and say the radius is going to be equal to the square root of x1 minus x2. So that's 12 minus 9 squared plus y1 minus y2. So 6 minus 7 squared. So if we simplify that down, it'll be r is equal to, this will give us 3 squared plus negative 1 squared, which will be 9 plus 1, which would be 10. So r will be equal to square root of 10. Now I can use that plus the center to write my equation. So I'll have x minus 12 squared plus y minus 6 squared. And again, I'm using minus because my center has positive numbers, so in my equation I need to have the opposite sign. Equals r squared. This right here is just r, so I need to square this. So I'm going to have square root of 10 squared. Square root of 10 squared is going to give me just 10. So final answer, I'm going to have x minus 12 squared plus y minus 6 squared equals 10. Let's look at another one. Write the equation of the circle with the center at negative 4, 11 and containing the point 5, negative 1. So again, this will be my x1, y1, x2, y2. So I'm going to have r is equal to the square root x1 minus x2. So negative 4 minus 5 squared plus y1 minus y2. So y1 was 11 minus y2 was negative 1 squared. Simplify all of that. Negative 4 minus 5 is going to be negative 9 squared will be 81 plus negative 11 minus negative 1 will be 12 squared. It's 144. So 81 plus 144 r will be equal to the square root of 225, which actually that does simplify to a whole number, so we can go ahead and simplify that. Square root of 225 is 15. Now we have the radius r, and we have our center, so we can write our equation. Again, when we write our equation, we need to use the opposite sign here. So if we have -4 for x, our equation is going to read x plus 4 squared plus y. I have a positive 11, so my equation is going to have -11 squared, and it's going to be equal to r squared. So if r was 15, it's going to be equal to 15 squared. We can go ahead and simplify that. We can find what 15 squared is. So x plus 4 squared plus y minus 11 squared. And then 15 squared is 225. Final answer, x plus 4 squared plus y minus 11 squared equals 225. One more. Write the equation of the circle with center -17, 6 and containing the point -17, 4. Plug these in to my formula to find the radius. So this is going to be x1, y1, x2, and y2. So I'm going to have r equals the square root of -17 minus x2 was -17 squared plus y1 is 6 minus y2 was 4 squared. Simplify that all down. -17 minus -17 gives us 0. Then 6 minus 4 is going to give us 2. So then 2 squared is 4. So the radius is going to be equal to the square root of 4, which we can simplify. We know that is 2. Now I have my radius and my center, so I can write my equation for my circle. I'm going to have x plus 17 squared plus y minus 6 squared equals, if r is 2, I'm going to have 2 squared. So final answer is going to read x plus 17 squared plus y minus 6 squared equals 2 squared is 4. And that's it for that.